Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is June 25th, 2022. So today marks the 13th year anniversary since the death of Michael Jackson, who died at the age of 50 from I guess, they called it a homicide. They're saying that his personal doctor gave him some drugs that ultimately ended up being his demise, leading up to his demise. But what I'm gonna show you guys in this video, it's how everything from Michael Jackson's career, from the beginning, from the very beginning, from his music to his court troubles when he was charged with child molestation in 2003, to his death. Everything has been part of a big script. It's obvious that after you watch this video, you're gonna see how Michael Jackson was most definitely born for this role. There's no doubt about it. And what I notice with these big time celebrities is that usually when they die, their deaths are usually connected to a lot of people, a lot of different things, right? Think about Kobe Bryant, for example, one of the biggest stars in the basketball world. When he died, his death was connected to so many different people. He died in connection to Shaq, his former teammate, the Pope, David Stern, the person who drafted him into the NBA, his wife as well. He died 38 weeks after his wife's birthday. His wife born on the 126th day of the year, ended up dying on 126. Of course, his death is 38 in gematria. But when we broke down Kobe's death, we saw how many people he was linked to. I'm like, wow. And usually it's not like this. Your regular celebrities, if you could say, are usually not connected to so many people. But these big names like Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan as well. Michael Jordan's still alive, but when Michael Jordan passes away, we're gonna dig into his death and notice how many people his death is gonna be synced up with. Because that's how it is. Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant are very different type of celebrities. These are, I guess you could say, the top of the top of the pyramid. These people are super celebrities. And in the case of Michael Jackson, he died the same year that Barack Obama became the president, right? So his death is connected to Barack Obama. His death is also connected to Ronald Reagan because he died at the Ronald Reagan Medical Center in Los Angeles. His death is also connected to, of course, his brothers and his sister Janet Jackson. Right, the name Janet Jackson is 201, like the Jesuit order, right? The day that Michael Jackson was acquitted from his child molestation charges, it happened on June 13th, the day leaving 201 days in a year. So his death connected to his brothers, his sister, Barack Obama, Ronald Reagan, his mother, his father, and there's probably a lot of other things as well. But those are the things that I was able to put together, right? So let's just get right to it. And also, of course, his doctor, the guy that supposedly murdered him, Mr. Comrade. But this is the headline that came out the day he died. It says here that Michael Jackson, the self-anointed king of pop, who revolutionized music but whose legacy was marred by allegations of child molestation and bizarre behavior, died after suffering cardiac arrest. He died on a Thursday, which makes sense. Thursday has that Catholic connection. He was 50 years old and preparing for what he had said would be his final series of live performances. So he died right before his concert, coincidentally. So he had, this is what the Jesuit order loved to do. They announced this tour that he was supposed to go on, and then they murder him right before the tour. So all the people that purchased tickets, all the people who were getting ready for those events, were left hanging. Jackson's older brother, Jermaine Jackson, who was 54 at the time, told the media that emergency room doctors worked to resuscitate the pop star for 1 hour after he arrived at the hospital. They were unsuccessful, he said. Michael Jackson's personal physician was with the singer when he collapsed in his home and worked to try to revive him. May Allah be with you, Michael. Always, Jermaine Jackson said, "May Allah be with you." Okay. So let's start off with the day that this man was born. He was born on August 29th, 1958. If you notice here, he was born on a day with 60 and 42 numerology, and then he died in 2009 on this day, which was also a day with 60 and 42 numerology. And those numbers stand out because, of course, in Gematria, the N-word is 60 and 42. So born on a day with 60 and 42 numerology, dies on a day with 60 and 42 numerology. The Gematria of the N-word. Speaking of Gematria, one of his most popular records, one of them, was when he was with the group Jackson 5. He had the song ABC, It's As Easy As 1, 2, 3. And that is literally what Gematria is. Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. This is the code of just changing words and letters into numbers and calculating the numerical value of words. And in this song, they pretty much let the people know, ABC, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Because in Gematria, A is the first letter and has a value of 1. B is the second and has a value of 2. So the song was not teaching people the alphabet. It was not teaching people how to count. This is how they put the truth in front of people's face, because they know people are going to look beyond it and be simple-minded and not think that this has a deeper meaning. But this absolutely has a deeper meaning. But notice in Gematria, the language of A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, when you write a conspiracy, it equals 123. So does Janet Jackson as well, his sister. And, this man's death is clearly a conspiracy, so just like so many other celebrities. Kobe Bryant's death, clearly a conspiracy. That on 126, his daughter's name, Gianna Bryant, equals 126. So much more with that. So ABC is easy as 1, 2, 3. And this was his debut album called Got to Be There. It came out on January 24th, 1972. Now that day stands out because January 24th is written 1/24, like the number 124. And in the language of ABC, 1, 2, 3, the name Michael Jackson is 124. So his debut album comes out on January 24th. And again, he was born on August 29th. And notice that's the day that leaves 124 days in a year. So see how scripted it is? The day that he was born, it was scripted for him to be born on August 29th. The day that he was born, he was given the most perfect name, the name that equals 124. Fast forward to 1972, which was almost 14 years later. His debut album comes out on 124. So this is what I'm saying. This man's he was prepared for this. He was born for this. This was not luck. They didn't just say, they didn't look at the Jackson family and said, "Oh, we're gonna take the youngest one, and make him a star." No, that's not what the record companies did. Michael Jackson was born for this role. Born on the perfect day, given the perfect name. Debut album comes out on the perfect day. And notice his death. He died in the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. And that also has Gematria of 124. So from his birth to his death, it has been coded and scripted around the number 124. They're saying that he died from, I guess you could say, a drug overdose. It wasn't an overdose, but he was given a drug that killed him. And the name of that drug was called propofol. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And he died at the age of 50. Notice the gematria of the name of the drug. It equals 50. That's how old he was when he passed away. And this was the doctor that gave him this drug. His name is, let's see, what was his name? His name was Dr. Conrad Murray. And I looked up his date of birth. The guy was born on February 19th, the 50th day of the year. His full name is Conrad Robert Murray. It equals 229, which is the 50th prime number. Right? 50 is very important because Michael Jackson died at 50. So the doctor, born on the 50th, and this is how scripted this all is. Because these people are here, people are actors as well. So they chose this guy who has the 50 connection with his name. His name is 229, the 50th prime. born on the 50th day of the year, and then he gives Michael Jackson his drugs called propofol, which equals 50, and then ends up killing Michael Jackson at 50. See how scripted this stuff is? This stuff is perfect. They do it by the numbers every single time, and they make sure that the perfect people are there to execute their rituals. And for the record, this guy was 56 years old when Michael Jackson passed away. A number that connects to the Jesuits, right? And notice he was born on August 29th. See, he was 50 years old. From his death on June 25th to his upcoming birthday, he died a full span of 66 days, if you include the end date, before his upcoming birthday. 66 days before his birthday, and they're saying that his death was ruled a homicide. Notice homicide has a gematria of 66. And he died in California. Notice his full name, Michael Joseph Jackson, has the same gematria as Los Angeles, California. Not a coincidence. So he died at the perfect location, the perfect date, the perfect person was there to give him the dose or the pill or whatever it was, the drug. Perfect drug as well, because it equals 50. All this stuff is just perfect. It's all connecting. And he had him in the perfect location to match his full name. Some other key details about this man's death. You see how his name is 83. Of course, the word murder is 83. 83 connects also to the day he was charged. I believe they charged him with child molestation 83 days before his birthday. I'm actually gonna go to that article right now. They have a timeline on on his events. Let's see. So this is a timeline on all his sexual abuse allegations. So this is I guess it started. So this is where it all started, according to this website. So on December 1986, a boy named James Safechuck, he met Michael Jackson on a Pepsi ad set. 1986. That's where he supposedly met this little kid, Mr. Safechuck. So 1986. Then in 1993, the police, they started an investigation against Michael Jackson, saying that 4 children were possibly molested by Michael Jackson, according to their allegations. Then in 1993, another family files a lawsuit against Michael Jackson. And then later that year, his sister confesses that the sexual abuse allegations are true. What a sister. Hard to believe. Then in 2003, they came out with a documentary, Living with Michael Jackson. And then on November 20th, okay, so this was the day that he was booked and charged with child molestation. And I think this was 83 days after his birthday. The name Michael Jackson is 83. Actually, we could just measure right now so you guys can see that. So 11/20/2003, that was the day that he was charged and arrested. And his last birthday that year was 8/29. So yeah, so that was 83 days before his birthday. Again, Michael Jackson is 83. So 83 days before his birthday, he gets charged and booked. And I guess he already has transformed to the white version at that time. So in 2005, he goes to trial on February 28th, the 59th day of the year. We know what 59 represents when it comes to Negroes, right? Negro, Rasta, slave, blues, all 59. So June 13th, Jackson is acquitted on all criminal charges. June 13th, that is the day that leaves 201 days in a year. And then on the 25th of June, he dies at the age of 50 from a deadly dose of the drug propofol. anesthetic propofol. And then I guess his doctor was charged, and I think his doctor only served 2 years. But then after that, they came out with the documentaries to further the shaming ritual, Leaving Neverland. Same thing what they did with R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. It's the same thing with these big time celebrities. And Kobe Bryant as well. Remember Kobe Bryant had a rape case down there in Denver. These big name stars, they usually end up getting into trouble with the law. It's just that's how it is. But the point of me showing you all this stuff is because I'm trying to show you guys how this stuff is all a ritual. These people are not really sick sexual predators like how the media is presenting them to be. This is what they do to black people the most. Bill Cosby, Kobe Bryant, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, they have one thing in common, and that is the color of their skin. Well, at least before Michael Jackson transformed to the white version, but Michael Jackson was born a black man. If you didn't know that. All right, so let's see. Some other details. Going back to Ronald Reagan, he died at the Ronald Reagan Medical Center. Ronald Reagan, he was the 40th president of the United States, and Michael Jackson, he died on the day with 40 numerology. He died 40 days after his sister's birthday, Janet Jackson, and 40 days before Barack Obama's birthday. Of course, when you write out mathematics, E equals 40. And then he died in Ronald Reagan's hospital, and Ronald Reagan was the 40th president of the United States. Oh, somebody's calling me. FaceTime, Mom, all live. I'll pick that up later. If it's somebody in the chat, please don't call me FaceTime when I'm doing a live stream. That's just rude. But yeah, so he died in connection to the number 40, and then he dies in connection to Barack Obama 40 days before his birthday, Janet Jackson 40 days after her birthday. Amazing how they did it. On the day with 40 numerology. And yeah, so okay, so that was actually my brother. Let me just see. Okay, my brother's calling me. I think something happened. Let me just pick up. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream. I'll call you right back. Alright, I thought it was an emergency. My bad, guys. So where was I? Okay, so he died in connection to the number 40, right? So he died in the Ronald Reagan Medical Center, number 40. 40 days after his sister's birthday, Janet Jackson. 40 days before Barack Obama's birthday. He died the same year that Barack Obama became the president. He actually died 156 days after Barack became the president on Inauguration Day. From Inauguration Day to the death of Michael Jackson, 156 days. 156 is an important number because just think about how, okay, look at this. You guys know how, recently I put out a video saying how I think Barack Obama played the role of Saddam Hussein. Not Saddam. Osama bin Laden, excuse me. I really think that. But the 156 prime number is 9/11. Right? Michael Jackson died 156 days after Barack's inauguration. Right? In Gematria, the word God is 156. The word God is 156. And when you write out 33, it equals 136. You write out 33 equals 146. Of course, the name Michael equals 33. And 33 also equals 66. Like how he died 66 days before his birthday. But God is 156, and the 156 prime number is 9/11. And I really think that Barack was Osama. I know that might sound crazy. If you didn't see that video, you should watch it before you start criticizing me or writing stupid stuff in the comment section. There's a lot of connections with Barack and Osama, besides just their name. I mean, Obama, Osama. But I just think that I wasn't an accident because again, 9/11 is the 156th prime number, and Mr. Barack Obama was definitely connected to 9/11 in more ways than you guys imagine. But it is interesting that he died 156 days after Barack Obama's inauguration. Because again, 33 connects to 156. The word God equals 156. And there's probably a lot more to that number, but those are the things that I was able to put together. And again, he died 40 days before his birthday, Barack Obama's birthday. Mathematics, 140 equals 40 in the most pure. All right, so let's see. Actually, I'm gonna open up the phone lines because there's probably a lot more to this that I'm missing, and I want to put as much stuff as in here that I can, because a lot of people keep asking me to cover Michael Jackson's death, and I say, you know what, I'll do it on his anniversary. So today's his 13th anniversary, and I think, but I think we've seen enough though, right? I mean, clearly his death was synced up with the doctor, synced up with the president at the time, right? Barack. Of course, the cause of death was perfect. They ruled it a homicide. The location was perfect. Synced up with his sister perfectly. And also, they said he was nominated for 38 Grammys during his career. You know what that number represents? 38. Debut album came out on the perfect day. Born on the perfect day. He had all the ingredients of a superstar, right? So he had the big records, he had the awards, he had the criminal background, the shaming numbers, right? Born on the 60 and 42 numerology. Just think about Kobe Bryant, who scored 60 points in 42 minutes during his last game. Go look it up. It took Kobe 42 minutes to score 60. So he had the numbers to shame him, the numbers that connect to Jesus Christ. So yeah, so he had everything. Perfect. And then, he died on top. He was the number one celebrity at the time of his death. And I don't think that anybody will be able to eclipse what Michael Jackson was able to accomplish during his career. So, just look at the chat, see if I'm missing anything. Let me see. And there's probably a lot more with this documentary, Leaving Neverland. I should have, looked up the release date of this documentary. They did the same thing with R. Kelly. Didn't they have like a documentary about R. Kelly? It's just so sick. This came out in 2019, so 10 years after his death. And, there's probably a lot of astrology connected to Michael Jackson as well, because, he was considered the moonwalker. Walking on the moon. But he died on Thursday. It would have made sense for him to die on Monday. But we know why he died on Thursday, though. Yeah, Boston Celtics is 156, but I don't think the Celtics connect to Michael Jackson. Okay. So yeah, so I think we can leave it there. In 2000, he was supposed to go on tour in 2009. Let me just look that up real quick. 2009 tour. He had 50 shows scheduled, and they all got canceled. And these people are they have a sense of humor. All those people buying those tickets, and then you gotta get your money back. Your plans are ruined because the guy you were supposed to go see on July 13th died a month before. That's why it's not good to worship celebrities, you guys. These people don't give a fuck about you. So he died 18 days before the start of his tour. We know IHS is 18. The venue was the O2 Arena in London. Equals 50 as well. That's that 50 gematria. Yep. But I'll leave it there. Propofol does have that 113 connection. Yeah, I did see that, which is probably letting us know that he probably faked his death. That's the number of deception. It's possible he faked his death. A lot of people think that, but I've been trying my best to leave those ideas out of my videos because I just can't prove whether or not these people are faking their death. So no point of discussing that. But it is interesting that it has that 113 connection, like Kobe Bryant. Another person I think faked his death. Somebody says 113 days from his birthday to his death. I don't think so. No, he died 300 days after his birthday, or 43 weeks, or 65 days, or 66 days before his birthday. Yeah, they make it. Yeah, you're right about that. Topsy says faking your death makes sense because you gotta understand, like Michael Jackson can't retire, like Kobe Bryant can't retire. They're gonna be Kobe Bryant for the rest of their life. So how does a celebrity that big retire? Well, the best way is to fake your death and then change your name and go into a new identity so you can rest and live your life in peace without people recognizing you in the street. Even if you don't look, even if you look still similar to, because I think these people get a lot of them get like operated and change some of their facial features. You have to, because people are gonna recognize you, especially if somebody like Kobe Bryant who's 6'10", 6'8", 6'6", whatever he was. They're gonna recognize you. So I guess some of them probably get some type of plastic surgery to change the way they look, and they'd be able to walk in the street without people recognize them. I think that is going on, but like I said, when you're Michael Jackson, you cannot retire. You're gonna be Michael Jackson forever, unless you fake your death. Then you can live in peace. And I think that's what Biggie Smalls meant by life after death. The only way you have life when you're a big time celebrity is by faking your death. Well, at least enjoy your life. The only way you get to enjoy your life. So Dan says that he even spoke about faking his own death. Yeah, so probably letting people know the truth. Hey, this is coming. I did see something. So this was like one of those conspiracy videos that they don't really provide you with any evidence. They just say things and you have to just believe it. But you guys ever heard of Dave? I've seen these videos saying that Dave is actually Michael Jackson. I don't know, man. It's possible. Did Michael Jackson burn his face? Maybe. You see, there's been a lot of conspiracy saying that he looks like Michael Jackson in this interview. I don't know, man. It would be kind of sick to do that. Cause Dave Davey, I don't think he has hands. So I mean, looks like Dave Dave passed away. I didn't even know about that. I didn't know Dave Dave passed away. Let me see something. Yeah, he died on July 15th, 2018. He died 9 years after Michael Jackson. He also died on the day with 60 numerology. They gave him the kill numbers. He died in Vegas. Oh look how old he was when he died. He died on a 60-day numerology at the age of 42. I don't know, but I'll leave it there. Somebody says how much is Patreon? If you want the sports stuff, just go to the link in the comment section and you'll find it. But take care, everybody. Enjoy your rest of your Saturday. I'll definitely come back whenever there's some big news that needs to be covered. Um, Again, I'll tell people to join my Instagram because I put a lot of stuff there that I don't make videos about. So a lot of people asking me to cover the abortion news and all that stuff. All that stuff is there on my Instagram. I don't have time to make a video because a video takes like an hour out of my time. Then I have to do the presentation, the research. It's very time consuming, and I have a lot of things to do. But Instagram is real quick because I'm on my phone. I can just put the decode. If I'm on the road somewhere, I can just do the decode real quick on my phone and put it out on Instagram. On the 175th day of the year, we get the news that the national abortion rights has ended. And of course, Roe versus Wade is 175. Abortion rights is 175. Number that connects to Pope Francis. It says here that it ran for nearly 50 years, right? America's 50. Abortion is 50. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us. And rest in peace to Michael Jackson. Yeah, there's always 42 people in my chat. Always. Unless I'm talking about something else. Somebody says they're taking down people's Patreons. Well, I don't. All I do is just give out sports information. I don't do anything that's gonna violate their rules, so they shouldn't take me down. If they do take me down, then they did. It is what it is. It's not gonna stop me from doing the work, though. But thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.